Okay, welcome out my Capricorn Nation. My name is Angela. This is High Priestess Healer 1111. And we are going to do your reading today and see where the collective is at and see what kind of advice we can give and possible outcomes, okay? Stinking Man on the bottom, Goddess of the Moon. So you could be thinking about things that you don't have answers to, maybe wanting answers, maybe just pondering things, maybe just in isolation, okay, thinking about your opportunities, your adjacent possibilities, okay. And let's see, I think we're going to go with the cross. Can't even remember if I did it so long. Celtic cross, okay. Yeah, so love may be on the brain, or carrying connections in general. This one seems love related. 14 or 5 can be important, so changes in relationships, okay. Maybe someone looking for true love, okay. Yeah, see healing going on, okay. Learning to love yourself and have self-respect so you can have happiness. Okay, some contracts may be going on. Maybe meeting a new person, a new contract, right? Maybe a strategy towards, working towards something new. Okay, how to get out of something old and get into something new. Okay. Something old that you feel tied to, okay? Door to Spirit almost wants to fly out there and didn't. Journey, Man to Heart, financial constraints here. Okay, yes. Okay, this is really good. I like this. The Sun, the first card, okay, that never happened. So stay tuned to see what's happening here. So you're either in a good place right now, and you're gaining lots of enlightenment, right? Going through changes, okay? There are some happy things going on in your life, so focus on those and not the negative or the past, okay? You may be learning new things, and so just being guided to, this is more of a congratulations here of you birthing into the new. Okay, and really pushing through like these lotus flowers right up to the sun, and getting yourself out of a place that you felt caged, and now really loving yourself and enjoying life, and being grateful, for things around you. Yeah, bottom of the deck, you may even have someone new in your life, or thinking about, looking for for love, or just in a good place to receive it, okay? I think the saying is true: when you're out looking for it, it doesn't come for you, okay? Channel message. It's when you're just enjoying yourself, enjoying life, following your true life's purpose, that everything falls into alignment for you, love and money and your purpose and good friendships, and just really living in your best life, okay? So you're definitely on the right path with that Sun card. Okay, that's the best card in the deck. You've heard of it before. Yeah, Temple path. Okay, you're definitely on the right path with that Temple card, and this one keeps showing its face here too. You're really put behind hostilities and storms. So I feel like you've really grown when it comes to how you deal with the storms in your life. Okay. I feel like you're able to deal with them a lot better, and that's why you're having such abundance in your life. Whoa, okay? And so what's crossing you, possible obstacles here, the world, okay? So you are definitely on the brink of something, a new phase, okay? And so it's like either you're living in this now and you're really looking to solidify yourself in this new phase, this new way of being, putting to rest an old self and really solidifying yourself in this new phase, okay? But there may be some struggles, and we'll see what that is so that we can turn this right side up instead of reversed, okay? maybe you're wanting to move or do some traveling, okay, and you're gaining some enlightenment here where you should move, okay, and what direction you should go from here, as we saw the adjacent possibilities, right? And then let me see, where's the energy deck? Did I put it? I'll look for it in just a second. Here it goes, right here. Because I know that the meanings are different, reverse, but I don't exactly know all of the meanings reverse. So we're just going to throw the cards out here first. There is an attachment here, and I'm glad to see that it is reversed. I want to say that this would be a good thing. So yeah, that is what's going on, and what's below you is you're letting go of attachments, okay, to people, places, things, and behaviors, you know, that were not leading you on your path, okay, that were not, you know, leading you, not making you happy, right? And so a channeled message is that when you're happy, you know you're on the right path, okay? That's a big channeled message. If you're not feeling happy, then there's something that needs to change, okay? And then just behind you, in recent past, angel of love, okay? So maybe there was a loved one that you had to detach from because there was an attachment, right? But that's now below you, okay? And so you are leaving behind, you know, what no longer serves you, but and also you're letting go of envy, okay? And because you're attracting more love now, people who are envious of you, there may be people that are envious of you, or maybe you're just attracting more people who are not envious, okay? But that's above you, or your strength. You're no longer caring about what people think, and so you're also not envious of other people. You're doing your own thing, right? And so this has nothing to do with envy. This has all to do with loving the self, okay? And let's see what's going on. You're taking back your power, right? And that's part of the way we do that is by not caring what other people think, right? Because we give away our emotions to them, like, you know, caring what they think, which drains our energy and whatnot. So you're headed into your into the near future, to a new community with kindred folks, you know, and attracting new life and new love, right? And new friends, okay? So your happiness that you're obtaining is moving you forward, and that's good, right? We do see this too here, right, as basically you taking a journey, you moving away from something, you going a new direction, okay? You following the light, you following your bliss, packing, moving, traveling, okay? Again with the moving and traveling, okay? So this is what you are moving towards, but see, you're just in the middle of the bridge, so that's your channeled message. Again, when you get to the other side, you're really solidified in the place you want to be. Right now, you're headed that way, okay? And then in your environment, you see that somebody is walking away from you, or you're walking away from them, or you're walking away from an old place you used to be, again with moving, again with moving away from an old toxic place or toxic behaviors of dead things, right? And moving towards the light and things that are more suited for happiness, okay? Towards the light, okay? But there is some indecision going on. I'm not sure about what. But once you make that decision, you will be able to move forward, okay? Again, with the adjacent possibilities. So there is a decision to be made, and that will bring about your change to where you will move forward, okay? Past the middle part of this bridge to the other side, okay? Towards your happiness, okay? Towards wherever it is that you're meant to be, supposed to be, want to be, okay? Let's see what else here for your fears, hidden fears, hostilities here in the background. So, door to value, I think you are being held back because of decisions about money, or maybe decisions, or maybe just not quite valuing yourself as much as you need to. And the more you value yourself and respect yourself, and do for yourself, the more your life moves forward. Okay, it just naturally happens that way in a natural flow. And then for your outcome, dun dun dun, is it good? Is it not? Let's find out. Okay, ready, set, cornucopia. So you're headed the right way, and this is like abundance, okay, for of love, abundance of blessings, okay. The sun shining on everything you do, okay. A feeling of consistent happiness, consistent joy. Not just, you know, I want to get there, I want to be there, I'm trying to get away from this bad situation, but I have these attachments to me that are weighing me down, that are keeping me in a dark place, right? And so now all these are going to turn right side up, because you have decided to work on you, to love yourself, to move away from, you know, anything that is not making you feel secure, anything that's not making you feel safe. You're starting to now really put into practice following your happiness, your heart's desires, okay, instead of giving up your power in the sense that you're doing something that somebody else wants, and you're sacrificing your own desires to make them happy instead of you. So your blessings and your abundance is blossoming, okay, which means right now, you know, it's like at a 3, almost like a 3 of coins, and it's growing, okay. So the more that you continue to focus, right, focus on continuing the right way, the more your blessings and your abundance and the things that you want come to pass, okay. Your results of what you're focusing on are starting to come to light, are starting to come to fruition, right? So this is, you know, this is in relationships, this is in self-love. I really feel a lot of traveling, okay? You, of course, not being in isolation anymore, right? And so isolation was when you were envious, or when you were attached to somebody or something, and you just felt like doom and gloom, right? There was storms, and the storms really took you by the hand and flung you around, and, you know, send you spinning, and, you know, the anxiety and all of the confusion and whatnot. But you were able to get yourself out of that, okay? You did that, right? So you were guided, right? You were guided and shown the way, but you did the work to get there. Look, you did the work to get there, okay? You did the work, and to get there. You got there because you did the work. So that is a really good message for you, is just to pat yourself on the back for the things that you did to get you to this place of cornucopia, okay? When, you know, you're needing to get, when you have an attachment, it's not easy, okay? You see, she's chained there. She's used to being a certain way, or being with certain people, and that's not a easy place to get out of. You know, it's like a bondage, right? But you really wanted your healing, you really wanted your happiness enough to put the love into it and the action into it to get you to where you want to be, okay? Let's see here. I'll take 2 more. 1, victory, okay? So abundance and victory and cornucopia. Y'all are getting all of the amazing cards. Okay, yeah, all tied up. That's where you came from, but that's not where you're at anymore. Okay, so don't backslide and let anybody, you know, try and get you back to where you were before, right? Because the adversary, you know, or people in general are gonna try and, you know, get you by the tailcoat and bring you down. Okay, so don't allow that. Yin yang, okay? Now we're talking here about like twin flames and meeting with twin flames. I don't see another person on the board, But I do see 11 and I see 22. Okay, this is the yin yang, a symbol of like your other half, okay? Your twin, if you do resonate with the twin flame journey. Okay, and so now you're really just anchored in all of the divine, feminine, and masculine, and that's why you're so victorious, okay? Because you know when to be strong, you know when to be compassionate, and that just propels you forward, you know, more into the state of victory, okay? You know when to use mind over heart, you know when to use, you know, follow just your heart, and you know how to use your brain, your mind and the heart together, okay, and not give in to just the ego, okay. And I just want to say here that I think the key to what has got you through the past, you know, or what you're going through now to get you through what you're going through, if you're going through the storm now, because this is futuristic, right? All of this victory and abundance and yin yang and cornucopia, you're going through it now, is that you're learning to not have, you're learning to be okay with not knowing the future, okay? And like knowing basics, right? Like this, like it's all going to be okay, that they're working, you know, people and God and spirit and angels and they're working behind the scene, and this is, you know, you're being shown one step at a time, okay? What the light is shown like in front of you, okay? And so it's like the fool, you're jumping out, right? But you're only shown one step at a time. And if you can be okay with that, knowing that, you know, where you land, if you jump towards that light, is going to lead you to victory, then this is what's getting you to this place, okay? Very stable place, a place of maturity, a place where there's abundance of money and prosperity in all ways, okay? You could be 42, dealing with someone 42. 42 could be important in some manner, okay? Or 6, okay? This is leading you towards harmony and peace, right? Because when you have balance, you have peace, you have harmony. And what better, you know, what better place to be but in peace and harmony, okay? What better place to be? No other better place, okay? So let's throw out here these, before I do the tarot, the other tarot cards, can do some confirmations here. I do have October here on the bottom. So something is definitely happening this month for you. All of this is happening for you, can happen for you. If you drop the envy, drop the hostilities, work on these bondages, whatever they are, these attachments, and, you know, really begin to start loving yourself and not just loving other people. Okay, it's good to love other people, but not, you know, before ourselves or more than ourselves. Okay, that's a channel message, okay? So not only October, but then there's July. So if you ride the wave and go with the flow, it seems like something in July is really going to pan out for you. So October, see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 9 months from now, okay? Maybe you're having a baby. Well, that would be end of July then. Okay, hard work ahead. So in other words, the channel message here is that, you know, it's not going to be easy, right? That's what I said, right? That to get out of this state of being, right? It's not easy. So there are hard times ahead, and I think that's really just staying in the place that you want to be. So, you know, continuing with the things that you've done to get you to where you're at. Okay, that's the hard part to me, is, right? Because you got to learn that when you fall, to have strength to get back up, because they're just mistakes to teach you, right? You get stronger, and when you practice, like, things solidify into, you know, being different when you practice them. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, well, I didn't, you know, I'm still envious, or, you know, people, you know, are still bothering me, or I'm still in the storm. You know, it takes a while sometimes to get out of the storm. Okay, so August could be important to somebody, or just that time frame. Okay, so August 23rd through September 22nd, or being with a Virgo, could be important. Okay, Let's see here. So these three wanted to land under just below you for some reason. So there's, like I said, you just went through something really hard and let go of an attachment. And I think these cards are going to be something pertaining to, again, you not continuing certain things so you can continue in the path forward, okay? So we have mountain and road. You are on the road to success. This confirms what I've said from the beginning, that you're on the right path, you're on the right path, you're on the right path, okay? So keep going is the message, okay? Keep going and moving past this. Keep going whatever you did to move past that, okay? New job or career. So maybe you had to detach from a job, okay? Maybe you had to detach from something you really like doing, but, you know, that's what I'm talking about, the unknown. Something else will come forward for you. The light will be shown, and whether you think it's going to be something you like or not, go ahead and move forward and take that step into that new career, because you're being guided, okay? You're being guided. Younger man, dealing or relationship with a younger man. Okay, now we're talking. This is the feeling that I got, detaching from a person. So you were dealing with some kind of a relationship, okay? A younger person, a younger man, yeah, or just a younger version of yourself, okay? Now with the other one here, I like to use all of them, but I can't, you know, shuffle them all because they're so huge. Stork, news of a birth or new business opportunity. What I say, if you had to have a career that's you know, that you have to let go of and detach from, then there's going to be another one around the corner, okay? Or possibly a baby on the way, okay? So congratulations to you, okay? Now, let's see. So this new business opportunity or birth could happen sometime soon or sometime later. But definitely something here in June, July, okay, because we saw the July before. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth, or both, which I feel is both, right? But I'm feeling because of your spiritual growth, it's definitely leading you towards a new community, to your kindred folks. So call out to your soul tribe, okay? And let them help you, okay? Let them help you. And then marriage, okay. So yeah, I definitely do feel that this could be celebrating a marriage, you know, in the near future, okay? But those weren't poppers or anything like that. Oh, this one wants to come out. Cane, pay attention to your health, okay? So one thing I want to say is not just pay attention to your health, like eating good, right? But also sleeping, okay? Eating more organic food, or just 80-20, like, you know, eat a lot of raw vegetables, okay? Or if you eat vegetables, when you eat vegetables, not if, you need to eat them. Don't overcook them. Just cook them, you know, enough to get, you know, a small amount that's cooked. They have a bite to them, right? Still, because you will burn out all the nutrients. So eat good, sleep good, exercise, and it all starts in the mind. So I would like to say pay attention to your mental health, okay, because your mental health is going to affect your emotions and your actions and your life, okay? Your inner, what you feel inside, it's going to show on the outside, and you want to show on the outside is the sun, okay? So whatever you're doing now, continue doing that, because that's getting you to where you are, okay? And it's going to keep you it's going to keep moving you forward into that same contentment and happiness. Kite, vacation, okay? So maybe it's not it's not just I didn't know exactly what kind of travel it is, but looks like, you know, you need a vacation, okay? As the challenge here is the world, okay? And this is going to also propel you into really moving forward as you rest and relaxing, have some fun, okay? This is like a kite, you know, kites are fun, right? They're in the air, so maybe you're going somewhere in an airplane. Okay, 29 or 10. So there, so we got 7, 11, 31 or 4, 27, oops, or 10. So there's several endings, which means several new beginnings, right? Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So starts with self-love if you feel like you're lacking love, all right? Money, that actually follows, okay, with the cornucopia. There it includes money, okay? So I feel like you may be, you know, scared that your finances are going to go down the drain because of, you know, this fright to not want to move ahead into a new job, okay? You may be attached to this old job, right? But you're having a new career, you know, opportunity presented to you. So don't be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid, okay? And so just set your goals and start moving towards those goals, okay? Because you're going to be guided and you're going to be led. And so I know you're going to have goals. I know you're going to have plans of things you want to do. But remember that you are being guided. So if you're guided to do something that's not in your goals, go with the one that you're guided to, okay? And it'll be the right one that will lead you to the cornucopia and the victory and the balance. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So that's what I felt pretty much earlier about there being change and how I felt like you were going through some kind of storm now at the moment, but it's trying to console you, and the spirit guides are trying to console you and say, you know, it's like a caterpillar, okay? You're growing, right? Like I said, you know, you're moving forward. You are the caterpillar, and then when you come out the butterfly, you're not going to change anymore. That's going to be your permanent state. So you're moving towards your permanent state of being happy, okay? Instead of just in and out, in and out. You're stabilizing this time of change as you follow your guides and where you're guided. So get excited, okay? That's the channel message for you. They want you to get excited instead of being afraid. So as I always preach, faith over fear. And like I said, that can be hard to do sometimes, but follow what feels exciting, okay? Follow what feels like, if you feel like doubt or if you feel like fear, that's probably not the decision or the way you should go. But if you're feeling like, wow, I'm excited about this, I feel good about this, I feel peaceful about this, I feel that this is, you know, good for me, you know, then that's the way to go, okay? Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control, okay? So if you're protected from forces, you know, beyond your control, then you shouldn't worry about things beyond your control, because the worry, that channel message has been coming up for everybody. The worry is what's keeping people from moving forward, keeping aligned, hearing the messages and the guidance, and stunting people's growth, which is what the adversary wants, right? Which is just to keep you paralyzed, keep you from growing, moving forward, and being happy. So we don't want to allow that to happen. So let's not try to control the situation, or think positive, think negative, okay? Think positive towards it, okay? So let's see what else we have here. Again, with the balance, the patience, the peace, here with the temperance, generosity, money, stability, divine counterpartner, magician, progress, okay, action, manifestation, miracles, right? Let's see what we can get over the sun. What comes up over the sun? Right. So for the sun, we have no other than death, okay? So these actually, even though they look very different, are very similar, because the sun brings about enlightenment, and so does change and death, right? And so I said, where there's where I see a few endings, there's also a few beginnings. So simultaneously, something's ending, a new beginning is starting for you, okay? And that's shown here with this card confirming. You could be dealing with the Scorpio or have some in your chart. And I think you are dying, the things that are dying, or anything that's not good for your heart, anything that's not good for your growth. And it says here, the affirmation, I'm willing to let go of the past version of myself. That was what I spoke of, that I felt very much had to do with this attachment, was letting go of parts of your own self, right? Parts of yourself like envy or hostility, or not loving yourself, right? Or worry even, and anxiety. So you're in this time of transition, okay? There's endings, you're learning to let go. So, you know, it's like, you know, maybe here, this is about you letting go, okay? And this is your recent past. So you're not letting go here if it's this way. You're very much so in the depth of this bondage. But reverse shows that you are letting go. And that shows here with this death sign as well. This really has a lot to do with a spiritual transformation, okay? And sudden upheavals, you know. So we did speak about, you know, challenges that were going to be coming your way. And, you know, you're probably in the midst of a storm, or some of you. You are on the road to success, though. So don't be too afraid, okay? Remember to get excited, okay? Let's see what else here then. All right, so then we have the World on top of this, right, where it was reversed. Okay, and then let's just see if we can find some information here that might give us a little bit more details into the channeled message here for this one. So reversed, it says receiving the world reversed means that you've been severely limiting your view of things. You're thinking too narrowly, either in your options, right, for action, or in what you feel you deserve. You may be feeling boxed in by old ways of doing things, not quite sure of how to expand. This card calls for you to think creatively, outside of the box you find yourself in now. In addition, you may have emotionally painted yourself into a corner, surrounded on all sides by energies such as fear, short-sightedness, limited thinking, or self-doubt, okay? But you still have the option to let all of that go. So this is about letting go of all of that, okay? And, you know, starting a whole new life, a whole new world, okay? So you still have the option to let all that go. And this card is telling you not to wait a minute longer. That's your channel message. Not to wait a minute longer to do so. It's time to break out, see the unlimited horizons around you, and know that the world is waiting for you to take center stage, okay? So you're headed the right way. Affirmation, my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited, powerful energy. A world of possibilities is now open to me. So while this seems limited, you feel limited, there are unlimited possibilities. So by you broadening your view of these things, right, because you're enlightened to now to what you can do, you're breaking free and starting a new life, okay? So I do like that for you. Let's see what the card here we can get that will give us further light into this card. Okay. So we get curiosity. So they said to get creative, so that should start with curiosity. What in the world should I do? What in the world do you want to do? Start with what you desire. Okay, and again, it has the sun. Okay, so that's 2 times with that. You could be dealing with a Gemini or Gemini season, which is May 21st through June 20th. So whatever you do now is going to bring you that cornucopia in June. We did that June card earlier, okay? So what you're doing now and of recent, right? Because this is showing the recent past, okay? And August was one of the cards. Okay, and that was a couple months ago. So, you know, you're letting go of things, and it's very apparent that you are. And so, you know, come next year, you're definitely going to be in a whole different world, a whole different place, okay? Right now, your patience is needed. You're gaining lots of ideas, lots of inspiration with this card here, lots of also enlightenment, you know, getting, you know, with this swords card, right? It's about intellect, so ideas and creative ideas. What wasn't fair before is starting to become fair, right? Because you're protected. Remember, I talked about you being protected. You may be being overly protective, right? And so of yourself, you know, and therefore not trusting, not wanting to go out on a limb, and that's going to stunt your growth from moving forward, okay? Let's see. So also you may be gaining some communication from somebody on the internet, through email or any form of communication, right? This has to do with communication, maybe about a new job. You may be relocating for this new job with this world card. Let's see what else here. And just again with traveling, okay? This is a card of traveling, okay? All right. Let's see what else. Yeah. So laying down burdens here is what's going to get you to where you need to be, okay? So letting go. It's time to let go of all these attachments. Each one of them a burden. Each one of them an attachment. Each one a version of you that no longer serves you, okay? Channeled message. It's judgment time. It's time to make a decision. It's time not to be indecisive, but to be decisive, okay? You've gone through this self-evaluation, and you realize that not loving yourself is not what's, you know, not what is needed to do to get you forward, okay? You're needing to love yourself, okay? So this is also a card of rebirth and regeneration. So you've really been working on yourself in order to become further along yourself in this transition, okay? Let's see. This says also appointing blame and forgiveness. 20 or 2 could be important. So whatever you're doing is bringing you more peace, joy, and happiness. Whatever decision you recently made. So whatever decision you recently made, you need to continue to move forward with that decision and not backtrack into whatever you were doing before you made that decision, okay? So 49 reversed, Angel of Love, says in the reverse position, the Angel of Love could indicate a possible disconnect in matters of the heart, right? But don't worry, because you do start to engage the heart space, right? So it's not like you can't start engaging the heart space. Once you start engaging the heart space, starting with self-love, everything changes. But it does indicate a possible disconnect in the matters of the heart, okay? Or disconnecting with the person, right, that you loved. While this sometimes signifies a divorce or separation, it could also imply an emotional rift where two people stay connected on a superficial basis, yet at a deeper level seem to be going their own ways. In this position, the angel can also refer to an old separation if the longing remains alive in one partner's heart. Okay, so you need to decide, is this your person? Is this not your person? And if it's not, then you need to let them go, right? You're giving up that attachment to that person like I felt it was a person. And it's definitely, this is confirming that. So cutting cords, you know, so that you don't continue to have that longing, right? So you can open up space and energy for the new, okay? If the longing remains alive in one partner's heart. If you find yourself unable to let go, this loving angel is telling you it's time to release any toxic or unrequited attachment you may be holding on to. What I say, it's time to let go. I'm going to repeat that. It's time, where to go, to let go, to release any toxic or unrequited attachment you may be holding on to. The universe is waiting for you to free your heart and open your life to the fully present and honoring love that you so rightly deserve. So look in the mirror and see the angel of love there with you. Know that you are worthy of the tender emotion from yourself and others. Affirmation: I love and value myself without limitation or condition. Tender, loving treatment comes to me in wonderful and unexpected ways. Okay, and so this part of your fear doesn't just have to do with money, but value of self. Okay, so look in the mirror and see the angel of love there with you. Know that you are worthy of this tender emotion from yourself and others. So needing to get back to self-love, 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 okay? It's time to stop judging yourself and others and be more loving, okay? Supporting your own self, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, okay? So we do see a marriage here or a partnership. So there could have been a severing of relationship, right? Okay, maybe you're still longing for this relationship. Maybe they're, you know, with someone else, and therefore maybe you have envy towards that. But, you know, letting go of this person is what's going to help you to move forward into finding your own partner, which I see is headed your way, this 11-11 twin flame partnership, okay? And it did say marriage in the future, so this could also speak to a marriage in the future. So well, this is above you, so this is kind of what you're thinking about, right? And so as you let go of the envy, you're opening your heart to new love here, okay? That's your channel message, all right? To new commitments, to marriages, social groups, education, knowledge, and beliefs, okay? So it's all coming to you in a good, healthy way, okay? So you're having good news in earthly matters, okay? So I feel like this has to do with money. And this is going to help you to travel, okay? So I feel like maybe you're getting the job, and so you're moving, or you're moving towards it, okay? It's solid beginnings, so definitely a good solid beginnings. Setting goals, opportunities, opportunity to increase income, it says. Open-minded person, student, one willing to learn, someone you can count on, okay? So you may be also moving towards someone who has something to offer you that at the moment is going to be something solid, okay? A solid offer. And budgeting, so maybe you are concerned about money, and so, you know, walking away isn't always the easiest to do when you're not sure, you know, if your current job is going to support you or not, and the money is going to support you or not, and you're having a little bit of issues with your environment, like the people around you, and letting them go. Again, you're holding on to these people instead of walking away. So you've got one foot in and one foot out, okay? And then as you love yourself, then all the cornucopia and the victory and the abundance and the peace come in, and you solidify this new phase that you're walking into. You're walking into a beautiful new phase, but you have these fears and subconscious blocks that you need to work on and figure out, okay, how you are going to approach them, okay, setting goals and how you're going to overcome them. The path may not be clear, but my intuition lights the way one step at a time, okay? That's what it says for the affirmation. So that just confirms my channeled message to you, okay? So living in the light of love and not fear, faith over fear, is the biggest channeled message you could be dealing with the Pisces. And this also has the planet Neptune, ideals and intuition. So this is really also a test of your intuition. Will you follow the light and the guidance, or are you going to continue to follow, you know, the old path, okay? You get to choose. You get to choose happiness or misery by the actions that you take, the choices that you make. Okay, channeled message for you. Security. So cornucopia and security with this King of Pentacles shows me that somebody is coming in with a stable offer, and someone very grounded and mature, a mature male, wealthy businessman, successful. This also has to do with bettering yourself, okay? And just, you know, it's a pentacle, so securing yourself financially, okay? Where you were previously kind of concerned about that, right? Scared to take a risk. And, yeah, it just says someone preoccupied with financial matters. So I do see you really working on your career in this reading here, and it's paying off for you. Your strength has brought you this victory, okay? Your strengths. And then your inner strength, your courage, your bravery, your confidence, your compassion, taming your own passions, bridling your passions, okay? Having self-control, overcoming self-doubt. So this really speaks to me of focusing on these inner self and having self-control, and the main one is overcoming self-doubt. So with you overcome self-doubt, you're going to have victory in pretty much all you do, okay? And then we have the Tower card. It says, I surrender to the storm. So instead of staying in the storm and trying to fight against it, okay, you're going to blossom and you're going to gain abundance if you move away from it, okay? Move away from it, I'm hearing. Move away from the chaos. Move away from the destruction, the attachments, the old self, okay? Revelations, okay? Bring about great abundance. But you're going to have something be tore down before, you know, you can rebuild it. So do know that with abundance does come a little bit of upheaval, right? It's change, and so it can feel uncomfortable, even though it's bringing down what need to come down, or otherwise you couldn't have this new phase, this change, this peace, this new love, this, you know, new security and stability and job and money, etc. So again, with the revelations, that's 3 times. So if you can follow the revelations instead of just receiving them and not having the confusion, not giving into confusion and doubt, okay, this is giving into confusion and self-doubt, okay? So you can give into the storm by surrendering to those things and not have the self-doubt, you know. Continue with the inner strength, okay, and believing in yourself, all right? And yeah, staying resilient, okay? Resilience is what brings you to the end, right, to keep you moving forward, okay? Even when, you know, everything here happened to you that should have brought you down, you're still standing, and yet you are also still, you know, integrating quite well and balancing things quite well. You could also be dealing with the Sagittarius, or the time during the Sagittarius frame, November 22nd through December 21st, could be important to you. Just make sure to keep in check anything that's an ongoing battle, or could be something still there that you haven't let go of, okay, that needs to be let go of for continued success. So continue to have courage and be persistent, right? Don't go backwards is the kind of the message what I keep hearing for you, okay? So learning from past failures, okay, instead of continuing on with them, learning from them and actually growing and putting those things into practice and being strong enough and courageous enough to make mistakes that will help you solidify the new you, okay? So gather your strength, and this is your last stand, okay? Your last stand in whatever it is that's holding you back from your best life. And last but not least, here is the outcome for all of the hard work that you put into it. The change produces this new beginning in love, okay? This new beginning love of self, love with a person, okay? It says major choices, love, soulmate, kindred spirits, perfect union, partnership, relationships, romance, desire, sexual connection, and shared values. So that's a great outcome there, okay? And I think this was a good reading so far, or thus far. And I hope that you've enjoyed it and got something out of it. You do, your divine counterpartner did show up for you, okay? Because you decided that you were going to stay on path to get there, to where you needed to be. And maybe you knew and didn't know it was going to happen, but here it is. It's there. It's playing here. I don't pick the cards. They show up, and this is what's showing up for you, and it looks all really good. So congratulations to you for putting in the work, okay? Because now you have the abundance in all areas of life. Have a good rest of your evening or day wherever you're at. We'll see you on the next, and namaste.